Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about Lambda functions with S3 and CloudWatch. Okay, my requirement is whenever someone upload the file into S3, I need to read the data. Okay, using Lambda function. Okay, I need to notify whether someone is uploaded any CSV file to S3. So my Lambda function need to trigger. Okay, this is my requirement. So let me do create a Lambda function. Okay. So I am going with Lambda functions. So before that I need to create a IAM role. So my Lambda function need to trigger need to permission for Lambda and S3 and CloudWatch. So I need to create a role. I'm going with roles, create role. So I'm selecting Lambda. Okay. So I need S3 permissions. So I'm selecting S3 full access and CloudWatch. So I need CloudWatch full access. So whenever someone uploaded, I wanted S3, so I need to read the data and along with the files inside the content. Okay, and tag site is optional. I'm just going with the next. I'm selecting next. So role name. So my role name is Lambda S3 CloudWatch. So you can create our own policy, like instead of complete full access. Okay, you just need to create your own. See, this is my role name. Okay, so my Lambda function need to get the S3 and CloudWatch full access. Okay, so now I'm going with Lambda functions. Okay, I'm creating the function. So for now I'm going with create from scratch, author from scratch. Okay, my function name is Lambda S3 read. Okay, my runtime is Python 3.8. Okay, and I'm using the role, existing role. So I'm selecting my Lambda S3 CloudWatch role, and advanced setting I'm just selecting. I don't have any like separate VPC and all, so I'm just creating function. So I just created the function. Okay, and before that I need to create a bucket in S3. Okay, let me create a bucket in S3. I'm going with S3. So I need to provide I need to add here the Lambda function. I need to add a trigger. So for that, let me create bucket. So create bucket. My bucket name is like Lambda S3 read data something. Okay, mine is region is Asia Pacific, and I'm blocking all public access. This one I'm just creating the bucket. Okay, inside my bucket I have to separate folder. Okay, on that one only I need to store the data, something like that. If you have any specific like that, just need to create a folder. Okay, if you want, you can create folder just data. Okay, something. So whenever someone wants to upload the specific files, objects are inside the data, you can use that option also. Okay, so I am just adding the trigger. Okay, add trigger. So I am selecting S3. Okay, and I am acknowledging this one. So I am just add the bucket name. See, this the event type is someone wants to upload. Okay, suppose if all objects are created, okay, put a post copy something. Okay, then only my lambda function need to be triggered. If someone wants to delete it, you have to select a delete object function. Okay, permanent delete marker. Okay, anything. If you want to have any specific of your requirement, you just need to select based on that one. So mine is create event. Okay, create object. Object event creates. Okay, all objects creates event. So prefix means, I said right, if we have any specific to that one, like limited notification object. Suppose prefix means I have data, so inside data whoever uploaded the files, okay, then only it need to be triggered specific. So suffix means so my extension should be CSV file. Okay, so someone wants to upload it only CSV file. CSV means comma separated values. Okay, so then only my lambda function need to be triggered. Suppose if you have any java.html files, you based on your requirement you have to select that one. Okay, I'm just adding this one. Now I'm going with code. I'm selecting the function. Okay, now so I have a CSV file. Okay, if I upload that CSV file into this one, then my lambda function need to be triggered. Okay, I need to read the data and I need to be uploaded. Okay, so for that one I just need to import CSV. I need to use CSV and I need to deploy that one. Okay, if someone wants to upload it and it need to be triggered. Okay, print event. I'm just deploying this one and I'm just testing that one. So before test I need to upload some files into CSV. Okay, let me go to data and I have CSV file in my local. Okay, I'm just uploading. Add files. Sorry, in desktop and downloads. Okay, this is my CSV file. I'm just uploading this one. Okay, file is uploaded successfully. Now I want to test. Okay, test event one something. Okay, I'm triggering the test event successfully triggered. Okay, now if you go to CloudWatch and this logs. Okay, log groups, this is previous one. I just need to clear this one. Okay, logs, this is old one. CloudWatch log groups, lambda s3 read. See 05, this one. Okay, I just uploaded this one, so my event is triggered. So just we are getting the some empty data, so I just wanted to update the code according to my requirement. Okay, import JSON Boto3. Okay, see, I'm just using S3 client. Okay, so this is the client and I'm defining the function. Okay, and bucket and CSV files. So this is the file name. So under CSV file we just keeping the object. Okay, and the rest, this response is client. Okay, and under response I am using dictionary function. Okay, dictionary, and I am reading the lines. Okay, I'm just copy pasting this complete one Python code. And just lambda function, just import this one. I'm uploading S3 file again. I'm just deleting this one. Permanently deleted. Before that I'm clearing the logs. Okay, I'm clearing all log groups. So just delete log group. Okay, I have deleted complete log groups, so it is empty. Now I am uploading the file. Upload file, add file. This is employee.csv file. Uploaded successfully. Now I need to trigger my function. Test event successfully triggered. And if you go to log groups, lambda.reader, see, it is reading the values. Okay, so it is the reading my values and the S3 file. Okay, so basically if you want to, you can insert these values into your database. Okay, it should be read. So whatever the files it is uploaded, automatically it should be triggered. If you want to upload new files, right, if you have any other file, so automatically it should be triggered my lambda function. See, now this is generated to 28, right, 23, 28, like 11, 28. So if you wanted to upload again the same file, or if you have any different file, okay, it should be generated one more log. Okay, see, uploaded successfully. If you go to CloudWatch, it should be generated one more log stream. Okay, go to here. See, it should be started the request and it should be read the values. Okay, like this. See, one more time it should be read how many. If you have any different values, it should be read the inside the CSV file, whatever the data, it should be there. This is a function like so basically using lambda function we will read, right, like whenever someone uploaded the files into S3, so read that S3 files and read the data using read function using Python code. Okay, this lambda function. So I'm using S3 client. So client is like AWS. There are different services. Suppose if you want your lambda function need to notify some VPC, any kind of services. So this is the like a client, S3 client. Okay, S3 client is S3, and Just the bucket name, it is reading bucket name from this function. Okay, so in the logs itself it will be read the bucket name, and the CSV file it should be getting that bucket name and the object key like value. Okay, bucket and key value. And so in the using lines, okay, we are splitting that decoded that complete data, and the results using dictionary, so we are getting the data. Okay, like this we can read the data using these functions. Okay, lambda function. Now see, we just added layers. Right now next concept is layers. So what is layer? So we can create basically we have layers, right, in the lambda functions. If you go to here, so layers it should be there, right? If you want to create, you can create your own layer. Suppose, see, in the lambda functions, we just seen like all the libraries doesn't support the lambda function. So if you want to create your own library, that time you can create your um, own layer. Suppose import, okay, MySQL dot connector. Okay, let me deploy this one. Let me test this one. See, you are getting error, unable to import module lambda functions. Okay, no module MySQL. So that time if you want, you can create your own layers. Okay, lambda layers. See, lambda layer is nothing but a you can create your lambda layer is a .zip file. So archive that contains additional code or data. Okay, layer can contain libraries, custom runtime data configuration files. Okay, layer promotes the code and sharing a separate responsibility that it creates faster. You can create layers only within lambda functions. Okay, and deploying .zip file everything. For function define the contain images packages. Okay, all the code dependency you can create. There is a standard format, you can use that one, and you can create your own function. If you want to create a layer using lambda function console, okay, so APIs, cloud formations, okay, for more, okay, you just need to create a layer. You can create your own layer. Suppose I want to create a MySQL layer, so you just need to create that one. For that one, just you need to follow, create a folder. Okay, uh, using the Python. This is the under lib, under any packages it should be available under this one only, Python library and Python version 3.8 site packages. Okay, so you just need to go to this one. Okay, and you can go anywhere. Okay, you just need to create. So currently I'm creating my place, like if you want to create, you can create anywhere. So DevOps practice, I'm just using git bash, I'm creating this one. Okay, I'm creating a folder here. So whatever it is not supported by the lambda function, so we can create our own custom layers. So the size should be up to 250 MBs, so that also it should be there. So it's not more than 250 MB. AWS CLI. Okay, it supports like Node.js, Python, Ruby, all. Okay. The Lambda layer is archive containing additional code such as libraries, dependencies, even custom time. Okay. So using Lambda layer, you can specify your development process easy. The size is more than it's not more than 250 MB. Okay. Let me create. This is somewhat slow. My system is somewhat slow, that's why it is getting low response. I'm using Git bash. I'm opening Git bash. So I'm just copying this command. Like I'm creating a directory under Python under library Python 3.8 site packages. Okay. After that one, you just need to install. Okay. I'm using pip install. So already pip is installed in my system. So pip install MySQL connector Python. Okay. This package this package I need to create it. For this one, I'm just copying this command. So here T means target. Okay. MySQL connector, it should be downloaded under site packages. So once it is installed successfully, we can zip that one and we can upload it your own. So my requirement is in this here, right? So I just need to install the data from Lambda functions. Okay. No matching MySQL. Let me go to here. I think getting some error. MySQL connector Python. Let me check this one. Fully run that command. So it should be, if you go to site packages, see this one is installed MySQL connector. Okay. Now what you need to do, you just need to zip this one. Okay, I'm using 7-zip or so I'm adding archive this one. So once this is done, so the zip is completed. It should be zipped this one, and just need to go to Lambda function. Okay, and if you go to layers, okay, so let you go to layer, create layer. Layer name is Lambda MySQL. Okay. And So if you have your zip file is in our local, you just need to do. If you have zip file in S3, you just need to select and just need to provide the bucket name. Okay, and just need to select the runtime one. So currently my zip file is in local, so I'm just uploading that one. So I'm selecting this file. So invalid input, something getting extension wrong, and I'm just selecting. Otherwise, and just compress this one. Now let me upload again. So my runtime is like Python 3.8 and creating the layer. So layer is created successfully. Okay, and if you go to functions, Lambda functions, see here layers is there, right? You can add layer. So now this time you just need to select a custom layer. Okay, Lambda MySQL. Okay, version is 1. So you can up to 5 versions you can add. Okay, like this you can add your own custom layers. Now if you check this one, right, like so MySQL connector, okay, it will, if you select, if you test this one, the error will gone. See, this time you didn't get any error. Okay, the test event successfully created. So like this you can create your own custom layers. Now I want to insert the data using the this one. Okay, using custom layer. Okay, if someone using data, so I just need to create the MySQL database. So using Lambda functions, I need to insert the data. So let me create one more function. So we can install MySQL in two ways. One is you can create a EC2 instance and you can install MySQL. Otherwise you can using RDS. Okay, RDS also you can create the database, MySQL database. So we already know how to create the MySQL database, how to install MySQL database. You can follow this documentation. Okay, like you just need to create a repo. Under repo you just need to create the database. Just need to follow the steps, it should easily understand. So what I did is I already created a data EC2 instance. On the EC2 instance I just created my database MySQL. Okay, let me log into the database. This is under this mission. I already installed database. Okay, the password is, I set my custom password. So sorry, MySQL-u, username is root, and password, just copying my password. I am able to do database now. I'm inside in. So I just created a table. We know how to create the table. Create table name, and the fields, okay, values. So my table, show tables, so use MySQL. Now tables, okay, describe customers. Okay, this is my customer and this is the fields, okay, name and address. Okay, so select star from customers. Already some fields are inserted in this one. So now if you want to insert new fields, how we will going to be using lambda function, how we will going to insert the data into this table. We'll see this one. Okay, now let me create a new function. If you go to lambda, basically this is logs, okay, functions, create function name is lambda MySQL. Okay, Python, and if you want to, you can use the same role and creating the function. So you can add the layers. You can add layer. So instead of add layer, you need to select custom layer. Whatever the layer we just created, we just need to add that one. And version is this one. I'm adding the version. And let me copy my function. See, I'm importing JSON. Let me copy this complete code. See what I will do here, right, in this function. Okay, I'm importing JSON and importing MySQL connector. We already have this one under lambda layer. So I'm providing my database details. Okay, host name. You just need to provide your host name. This is hard coded, but this is not recommended to update these values. Okay, but meanwhile I'm just going with these values. Okay, I'm just selecting this one. And the database MySQL username is okay, and port number 336. Already opened the port number in the security groups, and user is root. Password is this is my new password. Okay, and this is the plugin. Okay, we just add this one, my navigate plugin. Okay, and I'm print connections. Okay, and my cursor I'm inserting the values. Okay, I'm inserting values. I'm inserting the data into this table. So suppose if I want to add Sai, okay, location should be by something. Okay, and so you just need to deploy from MySQL. So once it is deployed, right, when changes are deployed, so internal error. Now changes has been deployed. You just need to test this one. Okay, test event 1, test 1 or something. So now this one is successfully tested. Okay, if you go to your database, if you check now, right, see Sai is added. So from the lambda function we just added this one. So if you want to insert another value, okay, I just need to go to here, just need to add Kundan. Okay, just need to add the location is US something. Just need to deploy. Once it is deployed, right, it just updated automatically. See, sorry, you just need to test this one. So the latest value sheet should be updated. See, Kundan, the location is US something. Okay, but this is not the recommended way to. We just need to keep the hard coded value. So whatever it should be it should be read the values from S3, and that values we just need to deploy into database. Okay, we can do that example in the next coming sessions. So for now time being we just added. So you can, instead of giving the hard code values instead of there, right, so you just need to keep your sensitive information in secret manager, like the password and username kind of this. Okay, and under secret manager, if you want to, you can use secret manager, so you can keep their username and password. Okay, you can read it from here. For that one you just need to go to IAM, and the same IAM for lambda function. To read this one you just need to provide IAM. If you go to IAM, let me select IAM. Under IAM we have already S3 CloudWatch, right? Same, you just need to add secret manager. So our lambda function need to communicate with secret manager. You can get the username password values from there. Let me show you how to add that one. So when once you added the role, right, IAM, so you will able to integrate with this one. So due to network issue it is very slow. So from that, once it is done, right, you just need to roles. So we have already IAM S3 CloudWatch role, right? This role we are using. We just need to add inline policy. Choose service. Just need to select secret manager. Review. Select all. Sorry, not this one. Go back. Add policies. Secret manager read write. Okay, you just need to add this one. Once you add it, right, if you go to secret managers, okay, you just need to create a new secret. If you have RDS database details, you just need to use this one. If you have any credentials, okay, document DB database. Okay, if you have any credentials related to database, you just need to select it. So mine is installed in EC2, right? On this one I'm selecting other database, that type of secrets. Okay, you just need to provide this one. If you want to create credentials for database, you just need to create this one. And username, you just need to provide username. Okay, root. If you want to, you can select a database, and you just need to provide the database details here, port number and all. I'm selecting API, secret key, plain text. I'm going with plain text. Okay, my password is this one. I'm just creating that one. Secret name, MySQL password. And I'm just creating this one. So it should be stored like this. You can create your new secrets. So using that secret, you can get it the username and password. Secret is stored. Okay, if you want, you can provide the details of your secret key and secret name and all. So otherwise you can use environment variables. Okay, so in the lambda function only, you just need to use lambda functions. So there only you can giving the hard code value. So your lambda function no need to change next time. See MySQL. If you go to here, if you go to configuration, there is environment variables, right? You just need to edit this one. You just need to add environment variables like host name, and you just need to provide the host name, host IP. Okay, like these hard code values are there, right? Instead of this one, you just need to give these values. And if you want, you can add like something my host name. The key must start with letter, can only contain letters, numbers, underscores. Something host name, username. Okay, like this. You can add the values, and you can get that values. Okay, you can get the values under here, and you can update according to it will work. So you just need to import for that one. Uh, Import OS module. Okay, you just need to import OS. Import OS. This is the module you just need to, and you just need to update that one. So read data from secret manager. How to read the data from secrets manager using See, this is the example which we provided, and so under secrets we just provided the secrets. So these are the modules. Okay, we just need to import Boto 3. Boto 3 is a AWS service. Okay, and JSON time import OS, and see this like this. We just need to RDS host. You just need to os.environment. You just need to provide the host name, and name is OS username. Okay, so we just added the environment variables, right? You just need to add this one username and os.environment db name. Okay, so it will be read the values. So while you need to invoke that one, you just need to get the values. So these are the code which we just need to use to read the data from the Lambda functions. Okay, you just need to provide the region. Okay, so your Lambda function and your database should be in the same region, so you just need to provide that one also. Okay, that's all about in this video we will discuss, in this session we will discuss. So to overcome that one, so we just created a function how to read the values, how to read the data from CSV file, and we can get the data using CloudWatch logs. And we have seen how to create our custom layers. Okay, custom layer is nothing but whatever it doesn't supported by AWS, so you just need to create your own custom layers. You just need to use that one. So in this example we have seen like MySQL MySQL layer. Okay, MySQL custom one, and we have seen using Lambda functions how to insert the data into database. Okay, that's all about this session.